Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Richard Miner. I'm the Graduate Engagement Officer here at One Spirit Learning Alliance in New York City. And today I have the great pleasure to be here with Reverend Debra Morwood. Debra, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Debra, you are a graduate of the Interfaith Seminary of 2011, and you are also a graduate of the Interspiritual Counseling Program of 2013. And you have quite a few credentials. In addition to that, you are a board-certified clinical chaplain. You are also a board-certified clinical pastoral counselor. You are working as a chaplain at the Bristol Hospice in Woodlands, Texas, and you're also currently working as the corporate secretary and treasurer for the Center for Spiritual Care and Pastoral Formation. That is quite a list of credentials. You are doing some amazing work in spirituality. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to One Spirit?
Yes, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do after I retired from my corporate position. Because I didn't want to just sit. I wanted to do something useful. And I searched and finally found One Spirit, and it was through an ad in the Spiritual Centers for Spiritual Living magazine. And I didn't think I could go because I'm down here in Texas. And so I couldn't get to New York every weekend or every other weekend, whenever it was. And so I called them up and they talked to me, and they assured me that they had a distance learning program. And I was thrilled because I'd never had the opportunity to do that. So I enrolled, and that led me to the seminary, led me to the spiritual direction program, or spiritual counseling as you now call it. And it's just been, just a wonderful experience. And it was so wonderful to be able to do it over the computer via distance learning and just show up a couple of times, a year, fly back and forth, which was just a lot of fun. We got to connect with our classmates, and it was just a wonderful experience. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about how your experience at One Spirit has impacted the work that you're doing?
It's everything. My experience at One Spirit led me to doing everything that I'm doing today. And it allowed me to open myself up and to do the interfaith work that I wanted to do. I am a religious science practitioner through the Centers for Spiritual Living, but that was not really my goal. My goal really was to do interfaith work because I wanted to work in hospice. And the hospice, you never know what religious background or non-religious background that you're going to run into. And so One Spirit was perfect for me. It was really great for me, and it has really impacted my work. Matter of fact, I still pull out information from the seminary when I'm having difficulties dealing with something, or want to look something up. I still use my seminary documentation.
Can you tell me a little bit about the chaplaincy and hospice work that you're doing right now and the organization that you're currently involved with?
Yes, I work for Bristol Hospice. I am the bereavement chaplain with Bristol Hospice. I work mainly with families and do pastoral counseling and grief counseling. I do groups. I work with the Alzheimer's Association as a volunteer. I do support groups through them. Through my church, I do book studies and groups that help support the Alzheimer's, dementia, traumatic brain injury. Those type of things are very close to my heart because I happen to really love older people. Even though I am the youth minister at the church, I do that. And the organization I belong to, after my CPE training, after my clinical pastoral education, which was 4 units and 1,600 hours, after I did that, I had to find an organization that would certify me. And so I ended up with the Centers for Spiritual Care and Pastoral Formation. And they are an excellent organization and very much in tune with the philosophy of One Spirit as being an interfaith organization. And I was very, very thrilled to find them. I do work through them as their secretary treasurer, and it's just a magnificent organization. And we are having our fall gathering, which is the gathering of everybody that, everybody's invited to come, and we're having it at Bon Secours up in Baltimore area. And we're having a guest speaker. His name is Mr. Dr. Frank Rogers, who is an excellent speaker. And we're having several workshops. And that is open to people who are interested in chaplaincy or are trying to pursue maybe certification through chaplaincy if they're interested. So it is an open, and you're more than welcome to contact me about any information on that.
So, and there will be links with more information to this event below the link to this video. And Debra, you would say that this is really a good opportunity for anybody from One Spirit who's interested in pursuing chaplaincy.
Yes, yes, it is. It's excellent. They are very open to having people come in and be a part of the organization. We have practitioner communities. Most of mine is done online. They do have face-to-face communities. But of course, me, I do most of mine online. Everybody else is in California and Colorado. So, or on the East Coast, there's a lot on the East Coast. And so, yes, it'd be excellent for somebody that wants to pursue certification for chaplaincy.
Marvelous. Well, we're just about out of our time together. Debra, do you have any final thoughts you would like to leave with the graduates of One Spirit?
The graduates of One Spirit, I enjoyed my stay at One Spirit. As a matter of fact, I stayed for 4 years instead of the 2. And it was a really wonderful experience going back and forth to New York and being with all the people in my class. And we miss each other, but we do manage to stay connected through Facebook and through other areas. So I just want to send my love to everybody at One Spirit.
Oh, Debra, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for sharing the story of your journey. It sounds really amazing. You're doing wonderful, wonderful work in the world. We are so grateful that you're part of our community.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.